Hey everybody, I'm doing this live over because the last one was super glitchy. So hopefully this one turns out better. So if you're watching it live, hashtag live. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. If you're watching it on YouTube, make sure to like and subscribe. And if you haven't already, please check out my channel, Conspiracy Realist Universe. That's universe with a capital Y-O-U because universe is inside you and me and everyone. And so I wanted to jump on and talk about the shift that is happening right now. The shift that I am constantly talking about. It's an energetic shift that's happening on Earth. I believe we're moving from a third dimensional level of consciousness to a fifth dimensional level of consciousness. We are raising our vibrations. We're stepping out of fear and into love. And it's so important right now to let your fears of staying the same outweigh your fears of taking action. I know that stepping into the unknown and doing something unfamiliar is scary, right? And it's comfortable in our comfort zones, but all growth happens outside of your comfort zone. And so become an alchemist and use your pain to create something better. Use your pain to transform. An alchemist transmutes or transforms a negative to a positive using the power of love. We can literally change the world with love. Love is the answer. Love is the answer. God is love, right? So when we get back to that pure unconditional state, that pure state of love and bliss, and realize our true authentic selves, that's when we're going to make this shift for all of humanity, right? And so the light workers are holding space right now for all the people that are not awake. But I was shocked to actually find out that the light workers are super powerful. And so, there's like maybe 1 in a million for one person that is awake and aware of everything that is really going on and the extent of it. There's about 1 million who aren't, right? But those that are awake are holding space for everybody right now, as Earth makes this transition. And the ascension window is going to go until about 2026. So these next 6 years, well, 5, because no, 6, right? Are going to be massive. A lot of things happening. And this is when this transition is going to take place, right? And so it's so important now to take action, take leaps of faith. We got to walk by faith right now. Seriously, walk by faith. There's so much crap going on in the world. And example, everyone, my aunt, she's like, well, I got to get this shot because I need to keep my job. No, it's the freaking mark of the beast. And right now we need to wake up and rise up and take our power back more than ever and walk by faith. Like, I don't know how I'm going to survive by quitting my job, but I have faith that the universe will provide a way. Like, because I'm taking that leap of faith, because I'm standing up and I'm doing what's right. The universe, God, is going to take care of me, right? We must walk by faith right now. And so I want to give you an example of walking by faith real quick. Like when I wanted to put Amadeus in Kung Fu while I was still alone, their father was still away. As a single parent, not making much money, right? You could be like, I can't afford that. Single parent, I can't afford to put my child in any type of extracurricular activities or whatever, right? But no, I made the decision where there's a will, there's a way. I wanted him to do it. I went, I signed up. I didn't worry about where the money was going to come from. And guess what? The money always showed up. God always provides for those who step out into faith and step out of fear and into love and into knowing that we are totally worthy and deserving of abundance in this world. It is our birthright. Why are we feeding into the idea of separation and lack? It's because we've been dumbed down, drugged up, and disempowered. We do not realize the power of our thoughts. Okay? Mind control. Control the human mind, control the human. It's a war on human consciousness that is happening right now. And they want to keep us in fear, to keep us in those lower vibrations so that we do not make this ascension. But guess what? It's happening regardless. We all know how this story ends. God wins. God wins, guys. So we need not fear. We just need to sit back and watch it all unfold and keep faith. But what is actually happening is a massive spiritual evolution right now. So being as though we are energy, frequency, vibration, we are spiritual beings having a human experience, not human beings having a spiritual experience. We're taught to focus on the flesh and everything that we can see, but there's so much more than that. There's spiritual realms, there's the unseen spiritual world that is more real than anything we could see with our eyes, right? And so as we change our inner world, we change our outer world, because not only are we in the universe, but the universe is inside of us and everything is connected. And so it's a unique and wondrous transition that is happening right now. This does not come around, right? And souls that are here incarnated knowing that they were here for this time. And that's why souls are awakening, feeling like they have a mission, and they're stepping into their power to fulfill their purpose at this time, to help awaken humanity, raise the vibration and the consciousness to make so Earth can make this shift, so we can create heaven on earth. How do we create heaven on earth? Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It's within us. The kingdom is within. And as within, so without. We manifest it from the inside out by stepping back into pure unconditional love, stepping out of the conditioned fear that we've been trained to be in and that they try to keep us in. We step out of that and into love. Okay, so this is like unlike anything that's ever happened before. Our earth is ascending from a third dimensional level of consciousness to a fifth dimensional level of consciousness. We are awakening to more of our true human potential as co-creators with God's source universe, the infinite divine intelligence that created us. We are freaking creators, guys. I say it all the time, but somebody thought, let me make something that I can put a drink in. It was a thought in their head, and then they created it. Everything in this world, besides everything that's natural, trees, sky, flowers, everything else is a man-made creation from thought, right? And so we create through our imagination, we set an intention, and we take action, and we bring things into physical manifestation. Problem is, most people are manifesting unconsciously from subconscious beliefs, shitty subconscious limiting beliefs that have been instilled, indoctrinated into us since birth. The whole system is designed to keep us enslaved here in our own freaking heads. So this is why we self-sabotage and we get in the way, because it's all in our freaking head. What we believe to be true for ourselves will be. That's why the world is the way that it is, because we all have shitty subconscious limiting beliefs. And since we are creating our world from the inside out and everyone's a mess inside, the world's a mess outside. We all have this idea. We all give our power, feed into the idea that war, poverty, and sickness, and all of those things are real, and they're not. They're only real because we give them power, because we come into agreement with it. Okay, but the orbit that is happening right now, it's creating like a spiral in the space-time continuum. We're literally jumping timelines. This is deep shit. This is quantum physics. Like, we are living, breathing biological software. Our DNA is literally, can be programmed. We are. And then they say there's junk DNA. There's no such thing as junk DNA. It's being currently now being activated. We're being upgraded. Just like I said, we're living, breathing biological software. Like a computer can be upgraded. We can be upgraded, right? Your software. So this is a multi-billion year singular orbit around the sun that's like happening right now. We all know, we've heard of Mercury going retrograde, Mars going retrograde. The moon is out. People are acting crazy. It's a full moon, right? We are affected by what goes on out there. They lead us to believe that astrology and studying the stars is evil. For centuries, millennia, ancient civilizations followed and studied the stars because they understood on a deeper spiritual level how connected we are to all of it. Okay, but this orbit that is happening happens like once every 26 million years. Once every 26 million years. So everything is aligning around the great sun, and it's a new evolutionary cycle that is occurring. And so this is the shift that is taking place. And if you're here at this time and you're awake and you're listening to this, most likely you are a light worker and you're meant to awaken and help people make this shift. Again, the ascension window goes until 2026. So the next 6 years are going to be massive. And what you do in the next 6 years is going to determine where you end up. Okay, the Bible talks about this, the old earth and the new earth. This time has been prophesied and promised, greatly misunderstood, distorted, and misinterpreted because it's part of the deception. Religion distorts, okay, all that we actually are and what is going on here. But let your fear of staying the same be stronger and outweigh your fear of taking action. Now is not a time to sit back and be quiet. Now is the time to stand up, wake up, get the cat out of the way, use your voice, right? Now is the time for humanity to rise up and switch from fear to love. Do not allow them to keep us in these low vibrations. You want to make this shift, okay? And so how do you make the shift and go and start thinking better thoughts? You got to drown out the negative, right? So tomorrow I'm actually going to do a live on how to break addiction to negative thoughts, emotions, and stress, right? So you're definitely going to want to check that out. It's going to have a lot of information in it on how to help you shift your mindset, your negative thinking, and start thinking more positive so that you can focus on what you want, focus on your desires, focus on the world that we want to create instead of staying stuck in the old, dense, dark, 3D energy. We want out of that. Humanity's healing, purging right now. There's a massive cleanse happening on a soul level. We are awakening to our true authentic selves and taking our power back. And as we take our power back one by one, the systems are going to crumble and fall. And they are crumbling and falling, and they're freaking hanging on by a thread, and they know it. And the devil's shaking in his knees. The darkness is shaking in its knees because it knows its time is short. And like I said, we all know how this ends. God wins. So focus on the light, okay? Focus on the light. Step out of fear and into love. And I love you all. Truth, love, and light. I'll see you tomorrow. Namaste.